Hello, ladies and gentlemen, to the winner side of the bracket. I am moderator, joined by Brett Thomas Thomas. We have Psychotic Tendencies in an armor drone setup versus Rote Capelle in a shield one. These Armageddons we see are rapid, heavy fit with utility newts, a couple of arbitrators, which I don't think will be doing too much tracking disruption in this match. Deacons and Spiples for tackle. Walk me through Rote here, BTT.
Rote Capella have gone this traditional kind of comp we've seen with the triple EOS, but interestingly, they are going to be shield EOSs with shield healers and scalpels. So these EOSs are going to have a lot of damage and really quite slow drones, which is going to be okay because they are against Geddons. We see the match starting now, and Rogue Capel are sorry, yes, Rogue Capel are kiting away and dropping heavy drones, whereas Psychotic Tendencies has dropped sentries and is firing into that Gila.
So the Gila of Murray being primaried, deciding to already pull range, Skybreaker and Garmer just kind of jockeying for position. Meanwhile, that Swipel taking a good amount of damage. That's going to be Valkyries from those Gilas and Vespas. Um, that Swipel's got to manage to try to string some drones out. Unfortunately, defanging Gilas just does not work. Those drones are individually the HP of a T3 destroyer. This Viper's just getting chewed through. If I'm Psychotic Tendencies, I feel pretty bad about having arbitrators. That is a lot of points largely wasted in this core. We see just a cloud of wardens for tissue being deployed, but they're not really doing anything with them.
Yeah, they are scraping a Garma very lightly, whereas the Valkyries that from say Road Capel and all of those other drones are pounding into Deacons and breaking it down. They are like skimming a bit off the shields. They have broken this Garma now into armor and structure, but you've lost two Syphils for a singular Garma. I don't think that's worth it.
Yeah, no, it's really not. So that Garmer basically got neuted out by the bonus to long range heavy newts that the Armageddons do have. And right now, these Deacons are just getting chewed through by these Gila drones. Unfortunately, one prophecy for links does not mean that you have a lot of utility in those links. And the links aren't quite as good as what you would get on either a command destroyer or,
The
say,
Deacon
a
is
full
down.
command ship. And the Deacon just drops. From here on out, Rogue Capel is just going to chew through the next Deacon and chew through the core. Armageddon's um, are I don't even think they're in rapid heavy missile range, and sentries just are not going to apply damage at that range. They're going to have to swap to some other drone type or close to range and get newts on the Rote Capel team.
But they can't close range in EOSs going 1900 meters per second. These shield nano EOSs are just so much faster than the Geddons. I think the Geddons are maxing out at less than 1k.
Yeah, I mean, those were going to be Armageddons, and I don't think that prophecy has much in the way of speed links. I would think it's maybe running some armor, and that's largely it. We see that Tissue is basically balling up on the center of the arena, trying to maybe make a micro jump drive play because, frankly, that's the only way that they're going to be able to close range and get on top of anything. We just see like this angry ball of berserkers and medium drones just picking apart this Armageddon of Hans Boulderstadt and Tissue now spooling up Geddons, but Blood of Gods is way out of position as he's doing it, and Hans isn't in position to do it. Neither is Opus Congelatio. I feel like Blood is just going to feed, going way into basically the Shadow Realm, nowhere near any of the Rote Capel uh, roster right now. Both of the Geddons spooling up and not really doing much either. Hans
Yeah,
pops before his spool even goes off.
Rogue Capel did a really good thing of hovering at 70. So even though the prophecy has jumped perfectly in line, and one of those ships managed to jump forward, he was still 30 kilometers, 34 kilometers past the rest of the Rogue Capel team, and they just carried on going. And the prophecy is now stuck away from the rest of his team and the enemy team at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, given the bans that we see from Psychotic Tendencies, I can't help that, we see them banning out a bunch of missile ships in the Bargast and the Nighthawk. They banned, Sleipnir and Abaddon. It feels like they didn't want to deal with any like super brawly, armor comp or the kind of the Sleipnir rush. They didn't want to deal with long range missiles, so they bring arbitrators to try to force teams to close against them, which is where Armageddons are good. You nuke things out, you hit them with heavies, you're golden. However, Rote doesn't care about that. They can just kite away happily, send drones onto people, and that's what they've been doing for the last 5 minutes. Tissue's win condition about 4 minutes ago was to get Spiples on top of things, kill Scalpels, and then work through the core. But I mean, Spiples just don't survive against Gila drones. They don't survive against EOS drones when all you have for Lynx is just a prophecy.
Yeah, do you think a better situation here for the Armageddons, instead of bringing them these rapid heavies, which have yet to fire by the looks of it, to bring crews just to maximize the amount of range they have?
I mean, Cruise Armageddons, not great. They're largely not bonused, and kind of the idea with the Armageddons is that you want to be closer range. That's why you have, newts. You want to do range control. Rapid heavy sort of work in that area. Cruises haven't been particularly good this tournament. They just don't do enough damage. Speaking of things that are doing a lot of damage, Opus Congelatio, former flagship captain for no, sorry, for Psychotic Tendencies, is about to be a former Armageddon pilot as Rote picks him off. Rote looking like they're about to sweep this pretty cleanly.
Yeah, only losing a Garma that got neutered out here. They are losing so much. I believe we've just seen an arbitrator go down as well for boundary violation. He hit 186 and has not broken the record yet. It seems to be like Psychotic Tendencies know this match is over and are trying to do whatever they can at this situation.
Yeah, so we're getting confirmation that was 186. I mean, Psychotic Tendencies has been talking a lot of trash this game right now, but it's looking like a funeral. They've absolutely been silenced by Rote Kapelle, who is putting them, 6 feet under. We can get the coffin dance right now. Is It looks like Psychotic Tendencies is going to be forced down into that lower bracket to play against Templus Calcif. Not a position I would want to be in if I'm Tissue.
Yeah, we actually did see one of the Armageddons nail an MJD, so they can actually hit them when they have the time. He's landed 30 kilometers away from a Gila, is nuding, firing heavy missiles, and applying his drones, but the Gilas are now just running away as fast as possible. He's only going to be able to fire for a couple of seconds and then not going to be able to do much else.
Yeah, so the thing about the Armageddons is that they have damage bonuses to their drones, but they're very, very slow. And we can see that these Praetors are not at all keeping pace with the Gila. Gila's doing 2.5k speed. The drones are, being recalled because he's out of control range. We're seeing good fights in local, both teams being pretty cordial about this. Um, a fair amount of actually bad blood between Tissue and wrote Capel on the main server. Blood of Gods just being chased down by just this cloud of angry drones, just being like the goon bees that are um, currently doing what they're doing best, and it looks like Blood of Gods is going to get um, sent back to Jitta 4-4. Um, with the rest of his team to resupply and reset against Tissue here. Rote just basically countercomp them perfectly. Knew what their win conditions were, picked apart the support of Psychotic Tendencies, and won this match very cleanly. With a 100-2 win, we'll send it back to the studio to break that one down for us.